Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, you are definitely welcome to this channel. Those who know me, I've done this before. I was doing different content to what I'm going to be bringing today, and today we're going to be focusing on Africa Cup. This is a tournament that we have in Africa. Yes, if you do not know about it, those who know, you are the best. Yeah, you are. So in this tournament, we have African teams who are really doing well, representing their nations and, putting their hand up and actually doing the best they can to be the best in Africa and actually compete overseas in different tournaments. So today we're going to be looking at the teams that are going to be participating in the Africa Cup in Madagascar, in Antananarivo. Madagascar has been hosting Africa Cup a couple of times, and I feel they have been doing pretty well with that. With the people coming in to watch, it's pretty amazing to see how much they support women's rugby in Madagascar, and just to see how important we are made to feel. And women's rugby is growing in a very tremendous way, and it's really nice to see that, just to see women being empowered by the communities around. We have South Africa coming in to compete into this tournament, and it's going to be a very interesting one. We have Uganda coming up from the first division. They had a tournament not so long ago, and they did very, very well. They played the final against Zimbabwe. It was a big score, and they put their hand up to actually be in the Premier Division. It's really exciting to see that coming about, with all these other African teams, putting their hand up to actually compete against the best. I'm talking about your Kenya Lionesses. These teams are doing amazing. They are up and setting the standard high for the other African teams. The tournament that happened in Burkina Faso was basically to get the other teams to, climb the ladder and get into the Premier Division, and Uganda did just that. So we have them in the mix as well as Madagascar, and they are going to be competing this coming month. So you guys, if you don't know, there is a tournament happening in Madagascar. That is what we're going to be looking at this month. So those are the teams that are going to be competing. South Africa is a big team in Africa currently, and they have been doing amazing in Africa Cup. Let me tell you, these girls have been putting their hand up to be one of the best and to beat the top teams in women's rugby in general. And I think they've just been working so hard to, get up there. Kenya as well, they've been working so hard. If we look at these teams have been doing amazing, not just in 15s. This is a 15s tournament happening in Madagascar now in June. But they have been doing so well with sevens as well. And I will not get into it, but that is just something that we can talk about next time. They've been doing well. These teams are actually top teams in sevens as well. So in this tournament that is coming up, we have South Africa that has already released their squad onto their social media platforms. And if you haven't have a look at the teams that have been released for South Africa, the team that has been released for South Africa, you need to go and have a look, because we have exciting news, and it's our new girls that are coming into the mix. These are girls that have been playing throughout the younger stages. I'm talking about under 16s, under 18s, under 20s. They've been putting their hand up and actually wanting to be part of the seniors, and they have gotten the chance. We have Anati Polo leading the team. I'm not sure if I'm saying the surname right. I'm a Venda girl, so please bear with me. But let me just give you the names of the girls that are going to be participating in this tournament. These girls have been doing amazing, not just with the under 16s and 18s. They have been playing with the seniors for quite some time now, and they've been doing very, very well. And I'm talking about them participating in the Premier Division in South Africa. And That's one of the biggest, not even one of the biggest, that's the biggest tournament for women's rugby in South Africa. If you are playing in the division, you know you are competing against the best in the country. So if we look at our props for the South African women's rugby team, we are looking at Xoliswa Kuzwayo from the Golden Lions, who has been doing really, really well. She has been an amazing force. She's been doing amazing for her team, and I saw her, I played against her, and it's been quite a ride. I mean, we're looking at Sinotile Bengu from Sharks, Amanda Ndlovu from Sharks as well. These two haven't been capped, and we are super excited to watch them bring some magic into the team. It's going to be really, really exciting to watch these girls. I mean, they've been doing well. We have Anushka Ekron. This is my teammate, and I've had the chance to play with her, and it's been amazing. It's been an amazing season for her this year as well. She's also not capped, and this is going to be her first cap, which is super, super exciting. And I know her family is really, really excited to see her being in the Springbok women's team. We have Nombuyekezo Mdliki from the Border Ladies. She has 1 cap. I mean, these are the people that have been competing in the Premier Division, and we know what they can do, and we know what they're going to bring into this tournament. So this is going to be really, really exciting. We have our hookers, and we have Luchelle Hanekom, who has been in the DHL Western Province team for quite some time, and she has 4 caps with the Springbok women's team. Going forward, we have Rosaline Boitas, who is a legend. She's been in the Springbok women's rugby team, and she's been doing amazing. I really love her work. She is just a star. She plays for the DHL Western Province, and she has 21 caps and 45 points. That is 9 tries. We have Anushka Groenewald, who plays for the DHL Western Province as well. She's also uncapped. These are the girls that are coming from under 20s. Like I said, these girls have been putting their hand up, playing with the seniors in the Premier Division. Going forward, we have our locks. And this is a very exciting one. We have Anati Olo. Okay, if I'm not saying it right, please comment on the section below and let me know how we say this surname. Okay, I'm not really good with my clicks, but I'll get it right. Yeah. She is part of the Blue Bulls Daisies. Been doing this for a very long time, and I think she is just one of the best locks we have in Premier Division, and she is going to be the captain for the team. And I feel this is an amazing chance that one can get to lead the Springbok women's rugby team. This is the greatest honor you would get, and I think this is an amazing time for her, and I wish her all the best in leading the team. We are super excited to see you lead the team, and we know you're going to lead the team into greatness. Yeah. Going forward, we have Nomsa Mokwai, who is in the DHL Western Province team as well. She has 4 caps, and I mean, this is one of the biggest players in the Western Province that we've been having, and she's been in the Springbok women's team as well. She is also one of the top players in the Premier Division in this lock position, and I have huge respect for this lady. She is a nurse, and seeing her coming into training just after a shift, and you know how crazy it gets in the hospitals, and she still puts her hand up to actually play every weekend. She is really amazing. Seeing that from her and just being able to put her hand up for the national team is just really amazing. And yeah, really can't wait to see her represent the team one more time. Going forward, we have our loose forwards, and that is Nompumelelo Mate, who is also in the she got her first cap with the Sevens last year, and unfortunately she couldn't carry on with the tournament due to an injury. But I mean, this is one player who is really strong. She is one of the people that you can trust to carry the ball with intent. I mean, we cannot wait to see that happening in Madagascar this coming month. Going forward, we have Nobuhle Mjwaha. I don't know if I'm saying that correct, but if I am not, please comment how I need to say that surname. Like I said, I am from Venda and I'm trying so hard to read these names correctly, okay? Yeah. We have Bernicia Hez. This is also a player that is uncapped, and she is from the DHL Western Province. We have Faith Chauke from the Bulls Daisies. She's also going to be getting her first cap. Lerato Makua, who has been in the Springbok women's setup, and she's one of the best players that I've seen in this generation, and I feel she's been doing pretty well. On our scrum halves, we have Unam Tose. She's one of the best minds that I've seen in this Premier Division in South Africa and in the Springbok women's setup. I mean, one of the highlights that I remember about Unam is when they were playing in Athlone Stadium. I don't remember what team they were playing against. I think it was Australia. Yes, I think it was Australia. And she charged down a kick and she went to go score from that. That is amazing. We can't wait to see that. Yes. Going forward, we have Felicia Jacobs, who is also part of the Springbok Women's 7 setup, and she's one of the best when it comes to just running around people. I mean, that girl is, yeah, it's untouched. She's untouchable, okay? When she has the ball, she will run around everybody and go and score. Very important. She will score points. Going forward, we have Insaf Levi. This is one of the players who I saw doing such an amazing work for the DHL women's rugby team, and I think she is also very determined when it comes to working. You know, she is studying medicine. Please correct me. She is studying medicine at UCT, and this is one of the courses that, you know, it's pretty tough, and her coming from school or practicals or the hospital and coming to training, you know, shows how much she is, you know, dedicated to this sport. That's really good to see, and it's very inspiring for the upcoming generation, you know. It's really nice to see her in the setup, and we cannot wait to see what she brings into the team and, you know, seeing her grow as well. This is one of the youngest as well in the team. Going into our fly halves, we have Mary Zulu. We know her for her kicks. She's amazing. We have Anya Leroux also, who is part of the Springbok Women's Sevens. We cannot wait to see her in the mix. She's also uncapped. On our centers, we have Apiwe Ngwevu. This is one of the veterans, okay? She is a force. When she has a ball, just know you need to open the way, because she's about to come through. Okay, and we have Simamkele Namba, who is also in the Springbok Women's 7 setup. We have Lee Fortain, who is also in the Springbok Women's 7 setup, and she has been doing really amazing. She's growing every day. We see her doing amazing things in the sevens tournaments, and we cannot wait to see her get her first cap in Madagascar, and she's definitely going to be a force. People have to look out for her. She's positioned. We have our outside backs, who is Tuma Kawe from the Bulls Daisies, who is really amazing as well. Great skills, kicking, passing, you know, name it all. Footwork, she is one of the best. We have Brehandre Dolph from the Bulls Daisies as well. I mean, we have a lot of players from the Bulls Daisies because we know they are working. They are doing pretty good, and they just have been putting their hand up in the Premier Division, and they've been showing the other ladies that, you know, the standard is this high, so we need to get up there, and that's what we've been doing. And I think just seeing how much they bring different types of structures and, you know, just a higher level of rugby, and just to see how the other teams also follow them in that regard, it's really amazing to see. Going forward, we have Patience Mokone from Bulls Daisies as well. She is growing tremendously. She has been doing amazing. She's one of the youngest players as well. She recently got her cap with the Sevens ladies and got her first try. It was an amazing celebration that we saw. It was really touching. It was really nice to see the ladies celebrate with her as well. That was really, really nice. We also have Nomawe Tumabenge from the Sanlam Boland Dames. She's also one of the best players. And I mean, seeing her grow and, you know, play against all these other internationals and being a force, bouncing everybody, handing off everybody, it's just been amazing. And that's the Springbok women's team that is going to be competing in Madagascar. And I mean, this is a team full of young talent and potential Springboks who are going to be in the setup for in the long run. And I mean, we cannot wait to see that happening, and we cannot wait to see the girls, you know, putting their hand up to say, I deserve to be in the team and I want to stay here. You know, it's a very good chance that the girls are getting to be with the seniors and actually get their first cap. And just going forward, Madagascar is one of the teams that have been doing really, really well. I mean, looking at their stats, they've just been showing growth throughout the years. I mean, with Africa Cup, with Rugby Sevens as well, they've just been doing amazing, putting their hand up, you know, just to show the world that they also there. They want to be seen, you know. But if we are looking at their performance over the years, they've been climbing the ladder, and from third place twice in a row, from 2022, if I'm not mistaken, being third place twice in a row, and coming into the tournament the following year and becoming second. That is just amazing to see. We have players that participate in the sevens as well. Those players are going to be in the 15s, I presume, because, you know, it's such a small world, and we cannot wait to see what they bring into the table this year. I mean, they are very competitive, and it's really good to see them being in this setup and being the host team as well for a couple of years now. You know, so Madagascar have played against, you know, international teams. You know, we talking about playing against Spain. It was bittersweet to swallow. You know, it was a tough game for them. But I mean, them having that experience just gives them a little bit more courage to actually participate in this tournament and actually, you know, compete against these African teams, more especially South Africa, because they get out there, and Kenya, they compete in these big tournaments like WXV, and looking at Kenya competing in WXV 3 and South Africa competing in WXV 2. It's really amazing for them to be in this tournament, just for Uganda and Madagascar to compete in. I mean, Madagascar is one of the teams that is known for their physicality. I mean, when they play against other teams, they definitely bring it on, and we know what can happen, you know. And we cannot wait to see the crowd getting excited with this very team. So I'm just waiting for Madagascar to release their team so we can know what type of players they have for this tournament. I mean, they have a couple of youngsters in the team that also represented in the sevens, and hopefully they do bring them into the mix as well, just so they can compete as well. Going forward, we have Uganda, who has been in the Africa Cup tournament. They play Division 1, qualified to be in the Premier Division with the bigger teams. We cannot wait to see what they bring into the table. I mean, this is the team that has been doing pretty amazing big scores over the years against the other teams. But I mean, coming into the other bigger teams, it's been quite a struggle. But we cannot wait to see what they bring this time around, considering they've been working super hard to just be, you know, within the mix in this coming tournament in Madagascar. Going forward, we have Kenya. Kenya is one of is basically the second best team in Africa. We're looking at a team that has players who are willing to put their bodies on the line. We're looking at players like Grace Adhiambo. She is the captain for the Kenya women's rugby sevens team. She led the ladies into victories this whole season when they played their sevens tournaments in South Africa. They beat South Africa at their own home. They played in LA to qualify into the second division of the HSBC, which is really, really amazing to see. And it's really nice to see the growth within their system, you know. So we cannot wait to also see them incorporate that into their 15 setup as well. Hopefully they do bring out the best in their team as well. We have people like Sharon Oma, who is a wing for the Kenya Lionesses, pardon me, and she has been doing amazing. We know her for her speed. You know, she is a force when it comes to that position. I mean, these are the players that are going to be, I can say a whole lot of other players, but this Kenyan team is very strong, is very physical, and we do have players in their team who are also skilled in terms of kicking, like Grace. You know, we cannot wait to see that happening, and potentially a couple of new players coming into the mix, you know. That would be really, really amazing to see. But, you know, Africa Cup is such an amazing tournament for these ladies. I mean, we're looking at these ladies not having so much competitions happening in their surroundings, and Africa Cup being the one tournament that they look forward to each year. This is just something that potentially can be looked at, you know, have potentially more tournaments for them so they can have more experience. So this coming tournament, we have our round 1 on the 7th of June. South Africa will face Uganda. That will be the first game, followed by Kenya and Madagascar. That all is happening on the 7th of June. So you need to make sure you are tuned in on Rugby Afrique on YouTube as well as Facebook. That is where they normally post their videos, their live video. So I will definitely make sure that I give you updates with regards to the times and specifications when it comes to the games. But we are looking at round 2 now. Round 2, South Africa faces Kenya. This is going to be a big game. These are rivals, and we know how it goes down with South Africa and Kenya. We cannot wait to see that game. Is going to be really good to see. Madagascar faces Uganda. That's going to be the second game. We'll definitely give you the times with regards to these games. Round 3 is on the 15th of June. Kenya faces Uganda and South Africa faces Madagascar. That is going to potentially be the closing game, but I'll give you details, okay? Yeah. So let us take a look at some of the important details when it comes to these teams. So South Africa is going to the World Cup. They qualified in the Africa through the Africa Cup tournaments, and I think South Africa has just been working to be in the World Cup, and seeing them doing all these other friendlies with teams like France not so long ago, as well as Spain, is just really good for them. They will get to see what they will be playing against in the World Cup and what they need to work on in with regards to their own players. We're also looking at them facing Canada this coming few months. They will have them coming over and playing against them, this is going to be good for them. They will get a chance to actually see how it is like, because Canada is one of the teams that is doing tremendously well. They are playing right now with your New Zealand, your Australia, and USA. They're doing very, very well. They are second on the log of World Rugby, and this is a team that is going to gauge where South Africa is with their structures and just their lineup. So it's going to be very good for South Africa to be able to play against this team, because then they get to see what they need to work on approaching the World Cup. So yeah, these teams are going to just give us a show, and I cannot wait to see what they will bring. And it's just really amazing to just have these tournaments happening from time to time, you know, just so, you know, we're just not completely forgetting about women's rugby. And it's really nice to be this person to advocate for women's rugby, and just to bring out the news and to educate some people that do not actually know what it is. And you know, you come across some people that would be like, oh, is there women's rugby? Oh, are you being for real? And you're like, boy, there is women's rugby everywhere, and it's growing. So people need to be on the lookout. And South Africa, being the African team representing Africa in the World Cup, is just a wake-up call for people to be on the lookout for other teams, support, watch. And I know there's a couple of players, and I know I focused on South Africa, and that is because I have their team and it's announced. So I'm just waiting for the other teams to announce their teams so I can be able to know what we are working with. And yeah, just comment on the section below which players we need to be on the lookout for in Kenya, Madagascar, Uganda. I mean, these players are going to be a force, like I said, in this whole tournament. So we just need to be able to know, you know, what players are going to be standing out. Basically, we just need to know what players will stand out that have been in the team before or upcoming. You know, we need to know who to look out for. So please, if you know anybody, you just need to comment on the section below. And we know that, you know, some players have been in the mix for their national teams, but you know, some didn't get a chance. Just comment on the section below. Comment, and comment. Do not forget to share as well, because this is going to be the platform where we talk about women's rugby in Africa and beyond. So you will have your updates, you will have your commentary sometimes, you will have your reviews, you will have your highlights, and you will have your reaction videos as well. So thank you so much for watching my video. I know that I've just started. I'm not going to give up, because I know I will definitely get to the right people, and the right people will share with the right people who will share with the right people as well. So we continue sharing. So yeah, I'm super excited for this YouTube channel to be up and running, and we're actually doing purposeful things which are going to be of benefit for women's rugby. And me being a rugby player myself, I am just excited to be this person, to be the person to send out the message to the people, to you. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment on the section below. I'd really appreciate your support. Please do not forget to share with your groups, share with your people. It would be really nice. It would be a nice ride. I will give you all the updates and all that. It was really nice having you on my channel. Until I see you again, bye.